There are a few moves in fighting that are so flashy and powerful and dangerous that they have the ability to end a fight instantly. This is one of them. It is the spinning attack. And here we're going to talk about why the spinning attack is such a high-risk, high-reward move. Because if it lands, it's going to be an instant highlight reel knockout. But if it misses, well, it could leave you vulnerable to an even bigger highlight reel knockout. Spinning attacks come in many different forms, but generally, they all involve some sort of spinning movement to generate extra power for an explosive strike. We've got guys like Israel Adesanya, Vitor Belfort, and Stephen Thompson who use these types of techniques in their arsenal. And no doubt that these men have landed this type of strike in the UFC with devastating results. So what exactly makes the spinning attack such a great move? Firstly, it's very flashy and exciting, and it can turn a fight around in an instant. Not only does it have the potential to finish a fight right there and then, but it also looks spectacular when it's done right. Secondly, it's unexpected and unorthodox. Most fighters don't train these techniques because they're so specialized, so it catches opponents off guard and gives them an advantage. And thirdly, it's extremely powerful. When you spin your body around, you generate extra momentum and power that you can use to deliver a devastating blow. This is especially effective against opponents who are not expecting it. However, as I mentioned earlier, the biggest problem with the spinning attack is that if it misses, it can leave you wide open for a counterattack. That's because when you spin around, you're essentially turning your back to your opponent. And if you're not careful, they can take advantage of this and catch you with a punch or kick that could knock you out. Despite the risk, though, many fighters are willing to take the chance because the rewards are just so great. Just think about the crowd's reaction when you connect with a spinning kick that knocks your opponent out, or the replay value of a spinning heel kick that connects flush on the chin. These are the moments that make highlight reels and become instant classics. So let us take a closer look at some of the most common types of spinning attacks and how to do them properly. This way, you can decide if it's something you want to add to your own fighting style. One of the most popular types of spinning attacks is the spinning kick. This is a move that many people associate with Muay Thai, and for good reason. Muay Thai fighters are some of the best in the world at throwing spinning kicks, and they use them all the time in their fights. The basic spinning kick involves standing on one leg and using the other leg to deliver a powerful kick to your opponent. You start by getting into a stable base with your feet shoulder width apart and your dominant leg slightly in front. Then you bend your knees and shift your weight onto your toes. As you do this, lift your back foot off the ground and bring it up and over in a circular motion. Aim to connect with the ball of your foot or the shin of your opponent. Now, it's important to note that you should never try this without proper training. In fact, I wouldn't recommend trying any of these spinning moves without proper training. Firstly, spinning kicks require a lot of flexibility and mobility in your hips and ankles to do them properly. Without the necessary range of motion, you'll never be able to generate the power and speed needed to make the move effective. Secondly, spinning kicks are dangerous, and you don't want to hurt yourself trying to learn them. With proper training and technique, you can minimize the risk of injury and maximize your chances of success. Another type of spinning attack that's similar to the spinning kick is the spinning heel kick. This is a more advanced move that requires a lot of flexibility and control. The spinning heel kick starts in a similar way to the spinning kick, but instead of bringing your foot up and over, you bring your heel up and over. The target for this move is usually the chin of your opponent. This move takes a lot of practice to master, but when done correctly, it can be devastating. If you connect with the chin of your opponent, it will probably knock them out. However, if you miss, it can leave you wide open for a counterattack. That's why it's so important to have good timing and to make sure that you only attempting this move when you sure that you can connect. A third type of spinning attack is the spinning elbow. This is a more aggressive move that's often used by fighters who like to stand and trade. The spinning elbow starts with you getting close to your opponent and then throwing a spinning elbow to their head or torso. The key to this move is to generate as much power as possible by snapping your elbow down hard. Like the other two moves we've discussed, the spinning elbow can be devastating when it lands. But it can also leave you vulnerable to a counterattack if you miss. That's why it's important to use this move sparingly and only when you sure that you can connect. Finally, the fourth type of spinning attack is the spinning punch. This is a rare move that's not often used by professional fighters, but it can be an effective way to catch your opponent off guard. The spinning punch starts with you getting close to your opponent and then throwing a spinning hook punch to their head. The key to this move is to generate as much power as possible by snapping your arm down hard. Again, the spinning punch can be devastating when it lands, but it can also leave you vulnerable to a counterattack if you miss. That's why it's important to use this move only when you reassure that you can connect. So those are some of the most common types of spinning attacks and how to do them properly. As you can see, spinning attacks are risky moves that should not be attempted without proper training. However, if you're willing to put in the work to learn these moves, they can be a valuable addition to your fighting style. Just remember that the key to any spinning move is to make sure that you have proper technique and timing. If you do, you could be the one landing the highlight reel knockout. What do you think of the spinning attack? Is it too risky to be effective? Or is it a move that you'd like to add to your arsenal? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.